Greetings from Ripton in Addison County. Look, my neighbor down the street, Willem Jewett, the former majority leader of the House, passed away last night at the age of 58, working through the last days of his life on legislation around physician-assisted dying. It was a good reminder for me of just how valuable really dedicated politicians are. A reminder I need, because sometimes I get too cynical about politicians. I'm usually on the outside, pushing them to do more. But every once in a while, I get a chance like the one tonight to help launch a campaign. The last time, I think, was on the shore of Lake Champlain in 2015, when I got to introduce Bernie on the day that he announced his presidential campaign. That campaign helped transform the country. And I hope that in a lower key way, this one will do something of the same. Keisha Ram Hinsdale is a remarkable public servant. She started early, elected as our youngest state legislator, and she hasn't let up across a wide variety of issues, from education to healthcare to climate change. She is now an expert. She's also an accomplished legislator, good at working across ideologies, parties, regions. She's clearly ready to take the next step, from St. Albans to St. Jay, from Brattleboro to Bennington, from Jay Peak to Mount Snow, across all this beautiful state in between that lies calm tonight beneath the snow. She's ready, prepared, equipped, primed to do the vital work ahead. We send people to DC, it seems to me, for two reasons. One is to serve our interests. Our congressional delegation has done a fine job of bringing resources and opportunities back to Vermont. It will not be easy to replace the seniority of Pat Leahy and Peter Welch, but Keisha clearly has the chops, the dedication, and the work ethic to bring home the bacon, or depending on your disposition, the soy-based bacon alternative. She will take what is best about our federal government and bring it home to the Green Mountains. But the other reason that we send people to Washington is to represent our view of the world. Vermont has long been a valuable part of the Union, not because of our size or our wealth, but because of what we have stood for. From the first state constitution to outlaw slavery and guarantee public education, the first state with a school for women's higher education, even the first statewide absentee voting law. Keisha will represent our sense of the world, that elections should be open to all, that opportunity should be equal, that big concentrations of corporate power should be broken up, and that civility in public life actually matters. Our state motto is freedom and unity. And the second of those two words is lacking in our national life. It needs restoring. And I would argue that Keisha may be uniquely qualified to help with that task. I don't know if she can really talk about it, but since I am the old white guy on this virtual podium, I think I should. It's impossible not to notice one thing that distinguishes Keisha from all our former senators and representatives and governors. The face of Vermont politics in the past has looked like Ethan Allen and like Calvin Coolidge and like George Aiken and like Robert Stafford, like Jim Jeffords, like Pat and Peter and Bernie. For a wonderfully productive stretch in Montpelier, the face of Vermont politics looked like Madeline Kunin. All of those faces are magnificent parts of our past and present, but Keisha Ram doesn't look quite like that. That's not a reason to vote for her, and certainly not a reason to vote against her. It doesn't add to or detract from her abilities, though I suspect it may give
Oh, goodness. I think we ran
if the whitest state in the Union can send off a person of color as its sole congressional representative, then it will simultaneously send a profound message about our hopes for the Union and about our faith in its future. Keisha Ram Hinsdale will be a great congressperson, a fitting heir to Peter Welch and Bernie Sanders, who held this seat before her. She will represent us with skill and care as we approach the most fateful decisions in our history, especially as we approach the climate crisis with its existential threat and its unparalleled opportunity for renewal. This is not a moment for cynicism. It is a moment for hope, and I feel more of it tonight than I have in a while. Thanks for that, Geisha.